Fenric, the formidable alpha of the Ironwood pack, was a king defined by his raw power and a solemn vow never to take a mate. In his world, love was a liability, a path to mercy that an alpha could never afford. His resolve was as unyielding as the ancient trees of his territory. Until they found Aveline unconscious near the border, a woman shrouded in mystery. Her skin carried the intoxicating scent of moonfire and secrets, a combination that sent a jolt through Fenric's very soul. In an instant, the fated bond snapped into place, a magnetic, undeniable connection that he had spent his life avoiding. She was his mate, his destiny, his one weakness. He resisted, but the pull was too strong. The night he finally surrendered, the night he was ready to confess the depth of their connection, she vanished without a trace. And in that same moment, chaos erupted. His enemies, long held at bay, launched a devastating attack. The Ironwood pack was decimated, its defenses shattered, its warriors fallen. The aftermath was a field of ashes and grief, and all evidence, every whisper, every damning clue, pointed to one person, Aveline, his treacherous, absent mate. Months crawled by, each one fueling Fenric's cold, simmering rage. He rebuilt his pack, his heart encased in ice, his only goal a burning need for revenge. Then, one moonlit night, she returned. She was no longer the mysterious, vulnerable woman he had found. This Aveline was stronger, colder, wrapped in shadows that seemed to dance around her. "I didn't betray you," she said, her voice steady, defying the storm in his eyes. "I was stolen, taken by the Moon Coven. They used our bond, our connection, to spy on you." Fenric's fury was a volcano on the verge of eruption. He laughed, a bitter, broken sound. "And you expect me to believe that? After everything I've lost?" Aveline took a deliberate step closer, her gaze unwavering. "I don't expect you to believe my words," she countered. "I expect you to feel the truth." As she spoke, their fated bond pulsed between them, a painful, throbbing ache of shared history and undeniable connection. He wanted to reject her, to sever the tie that had brought him so much pain. But he couldn't. It was impossible. The bond wasn't just about love. It was destiny itself, carved into their very bones. He felt the echo of her capture, the chilling magic of the coven, the despair of her imprisonment. Reluctantly, warily, he allowed her to stay. Together, they began to hunt the Moon Coven, their every step a dance between suspicion and a desperate, rekindling trust. The deeper they delved into the Coven's dark world, the more twisted the truth became. It wasn't Aveline who had orchestrated his downfall. The real traitor was someone much closer. It was Fenric's own Beta, the wolf he had trusted as a brother, the one he had placed in charge of his kingdom's security. His second-in-command had sold them out for power. The final battle was a maelstrom of claws and fangs, magic and steel. At the climax, Fenric's Beta, exposed and cornered, lunged not at Fenric, but at Aveline. Time seemed to slow as a silver blade arced through the air. Without a second of hesitation, Fenric threw himself in its path, choosing her over his own life, over his pack, over everything. The blade bit deep. He crumpled, the world fading to grey. Bleeding out, he looked at Aveline and whispered the words that had become his new truth. "I would rather die with you than rule without you." Aveline caught him, her tears burning like drops of liquid moonfire as they hit his skin. She held him tight, her voice a fierce promise against the encroaching darkness. "You won't die," she vowed. "Not tonight. Not in any life." And she kissed him. It wasn't a kiss of romantic victory, but a primal vow of survival, a sealing of their shared fate. Their story shows us that true loyalty isn't about perfect, unbroken trust. It's about choosing each other, again and again, even after betrayal, even after the world has done its absolute worst to tear you apart. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like and subscribe for more.